Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Bobby Penn, and we're back with our double feature today. I've got my second artist spotlight, Virginia's own Reserv Stock. He is here to talk to us about his latest single, as well as his very own studio. So I'm really excited to talk to him. Not only is he an artist, but he's also a sound engineer, guys. So you should tap in, get some gems, learn from somebody who is studying the business of music, as well as producing it. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to hit that follow button. I do interviews like this all the time, whether it's with emerging artists, authors, business people, celebrities. All of that goes down right here on Instagram. And if you want to take a preview, head on over to my IGTV, or you can feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheBobbyPen. Furthermore, if you are interested in building your own media platform, if you want to attend red carpets, you want to go to award shows, you want to be invited to listening parties and exclusive events, media is a great way to have access into that world. And you can do that by creating your own blog, podcast, YouTube channel, you name it. I have done it all over the last 15 years, and I am sharing my gems in my first online course, Put Yourself On Academy, Build a Media Brand. You can check that out at putyoursselfonacademy.com. I've got this membership, a growing community of mediapreneurs for only $40 a month, in addition to the access to the course. So please make sure you check that out. It's very enriching, very valuable. Our guest is in the building, so we're going to go ahead and welcome him in. Now, as this loads up, I need you to do us a favor, though. Hit that share button right now. Invite a friend. Reserv Stock is in the building. How you doing?
What's up with it?
Not too much. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm great. I'm feeling good. All right, Reserv Stock. Tell me a little bit, first and foremost, who are you? Give us a brief little intro before we get into the interview.
Well, my name is, of course, Reserv Stock, as you know. I'm from Virginia, Hampton to be specific. I was born and raised in Hampton, Virginia. Well, I was born in Suffolk, raised in Hampton, Virginia. So I'm a big supporter of my community. I love the 757, but I had to go. So
Okay.
now I'm in Las Vegas. I love it out here. I'm flourishing in my music, working a lot out here. So I love it out here. I got started in music when I was very young. My parents bought me a piano when I was about 3 years old, and it's just been an interest and a consistent ever since then. So music is almost everything to me. I have a family, so they're the other part of that, but it's music and family. That's it.
I know that's right. Now, talk to me about, you took this passion for music and musicianship to go to school. So are you currently in school studying sound engineering?
Yes, I currently go to Full Sail University as an audio production major. I'll be getting my bachelor's in about 1.5 years from Full Sail University.
Now, talk to me about that, because I feel like sometimes, particularly in this day and age, there's so many resources online. We have access to technologies that we've never had before. So sometimes people kind of skip steps. Would you say that, you're already a musician? What do you think you've gotten from school that makes you better in the industry?
It's the little tiny things. Like a lot of times I did. I don't know about many other people, but I used to watch YouTube videos to learn specific things or specific techniques. And I learned an overview of that, like a wide picture, but going to Full Sail, I learned why those things are necessary, exactly where I need to maybe chop or cut some things so I don't get certain pops and clicks, and how to work around that. In addition to music, there's film and games and video production and all of that requires a sound engineer. So I'm learning my craft plus a few others to give me more versatility to be able to branch out and be successful, because the game is ever changing. It's never going to stop changing. So I got to be able to change with it.
I wanted you to say that on camera, because I think that is so smart. That is so wise. People look at me in the media space and it's like, you wear so many hats. Exactly what you said. I want to remain competitive. You don't want to just be a one-trick pony. You want to be able to be useful and valuable for years to come and be able to move about. So I think that's really smart. You're only 27 already thinking like this. So you're ahead of the curve.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So talk to me a little bit more. You were very proud. You rep in Hampton. How does your community and where you're from influence your music?
It's growing up out there. It's hard. A lot of people from the other renowned, harder cities, they don't really know about Hampton, but it's a very hard place to grow up. And being able to maneuver through that, and the teachings my mom gave me, experience I had with some of my friends, they're my brothers. Nobody's closer to me than them. And that's because we had to go through these things and learn how to survive. And making it to 27 is like almost unheard of coming from where I'm from. I got a lot of friends that haven't made it here. You know what I mean? So that fuels the passion to tell somebody about it. Yeah. And the way that I know to do that is to put it on pen and paper, then put it on Pro Tools.
I know that's right. Now, talk to me about your current single, I Need a Blunt.
Of course.
Now, I'm more of a papers girl myself.
Okay.
But yeah, so talk to me about your song.
I'm a big smoker. That's what I do. And a lot of people know that about me. So I feel like if artists like Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg and Cheech and Chong and all of them, they can make they can base themselves around that and the positivity of that, and people will follow that and buy that. I could do it too.
Yeah.
And putting that along with everything else, you know, there's a lot of research behind cannabis now that are allowing people to see and learn so much more about it. It's not just something that you throw in the dirt and let grow. It's got a whole lot more properties, and I want to put that in my music, show people it's more than that. Along with a good bop and a vibe, of course.
For sure. So do you see that? I know you have a studio, so entrepreneurship is definitely something that you're already doing. But do you see yourself moving into the cannabis industry, maybe having a strain or a dispensary or anything?
Yes, I want a strain. I want my own cologne. I want my own rolling papers. I'm looking forward to the big picture. Yes.
What? Talk to me more about that. That exists? Is that something somebody's doing already?
I got an offer a couple years ago from a follower of mine that was stating that they can make colognes. They can make colognes based on type of fragrances that go together that you choose, that you pick. So basically being able to, using the way that people smell and stuff like that, using that science along with what smells are good to you and putting that together to make your own signature scent. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, that sounds really interesting. I want you to do that because I ain't never heard of that before. So
I want to do it too. I'm trying to do something.
For sure. I'm also going to take this opportunity. One of my partners, WH Farms, Black-owned farm, as well as the businesswoman behind it, Q Nicole. They do white labeling, as well as they have a business kit, CBD business launch kit, where you can make up to 2,025 milligram products. So just throwing that out there. If you're interested, there's a link in my bio.
Okay, yeah. I appreciate it.
It's definitely something that's accessible. So I think that's really cool. And I like the context that you put it in, because I didn't want this interview to be ratchet.
Oh, yeah, you know.
So I like
you know how that is.
Putting it in that context.
No
so
problem.
Yes, though, let's talk more about the music. Who are some of your musical influences? Who'd you listen to growing up, and who do you listen to now?
My brother still is a preacher, so a lot of the music that I listened to was gospel and worship music, but she was born in 56. Like, she loved Luther Vandross and she loved the Temptations, so I grew up listening to that as well, and that helped me learn musicality. I got to hear something different than everybody else was hearing, and I sucked that in. Along with the gospel music and singing and growing up singing in church and stuff like that, I got to grab that too. So putting that together with what I love and what I do, and now hearing what the rest of the music world has to offer, that gives me that leg up. I know different styles, I know different genres.
I think so as well. To have an eclectic ear is so valuable now. Just because the music is so kind of cookie cutter right now. And I ain't gonna lie, when it comes on in the club, I'm dancing, I'm twerking, I'm throwing my cheeks, you know what I mean? But when I'm like chilling on my own, I like the musicality. I like instrumentation. I like production, right? I'm listening to J. Cole, for instance, and it's the little hidden details and
stuff. It's the little things.
So you said you started piano go ahead.
Oh, you asked me about my musical influence. I knew you was gonna ask me this. Everybody asked me this. And I have to reevaluate it, because a lot of the artists that I like to listen to then, I don't like to listen to now. So, of course, Kendrick and Cole would be two that I very like to listen to. I like to listen to them and study them. Not that I will mow myself after them, but just watching the way that they move throughout the industry, the way that they put their words together, the rhythmic parts of their music on one side, and Cole with a lot of melodic things going on over there. It's so contrast that it's immersive on both ends.
Yeah.
a newer artist that I fell in love with his music is Blast. I didn't learn about Blast until maybe a year ago, but Blast is literally my favorite artist. Him, Moray, Nipsey, of course, rest in peace. Biggie. I like Tupac too. You know, people always had that debate, but I'm an East Coast guy, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the people that I kind of worked my way to more myself after on the business side.
Okay.
And Blast, I like the way his style fits a lot of mine. His signature ad lib actually is the same as mine. And that was kind of scary hearing it for the first time because I've been using this ad lib for years.
Wow.
And then to hear one of his songs on Spotify, and I'm like, what? Hold on, wait,
How
run
is
that
that
back.
possible?
Yeah. So I like the way his mind works because it seems a little identical to the way mine works in musicality. So I really like his music.
You just put me onto a new artist. I gotta look him up. I'm not familiar.
Yeah,
Blast.
BLXST.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna look that up. So I was gonna say, you said piano when you were 3?
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing, but my mother always she noticed something about me very young that dealt with music, I guess. So she bought me a little
Yeah.
piano and she taught me what was the low end and what was the high end and kind of how that sounds differently. And from then on, I was off to the races.
Wow. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, I play percussion. That's like all of that. I piano, organ,
You said all of
sousaphone,
that.
sousaphone, saxophones with an S, clarinets with an S, trombone. It's all yeah. I do that.
Period.
Yeah,
You don't want to see me. So you were in the marching band, right?
of course, absolutely.
So I did not attend an HBCU. So I need you to school me and the other viewers who may not be hip. I admire HBCU marching band culture. Of course, I've seen it, I've experienced it, but I didn't really like have that up close experience. So as somebody, a member of the band, what does that like culture mean to you? Kind of take us into that world a little bit.
It's everything. It means everything to me, and it meant everything to me in my freshman year of high school. So I actually, in my 8th grade year, my last year of junior high, I was able to look into that world and I was like, I want to do that. So 9th grade year, when I went to Hampton High School, I took that opportunity to be in the band and I loved it. It was the high energy, the physicality of it. We worked harder than the football team and we have a
Wow, yeah.
state championship football team at Hampton High
Wow.
School. So people would think, oh, you just play music. Yeah, but you try to blow an instrument and keep your legs at a 90-degree bend for 3.5 hours, 3 times a day. Like, it's all of that. So learning how to control this when you play, learning to control this while you marching and everything else, because you have to be uniformed. Everything has to be the same. So it teaches you discipline. That's the number one thing that I got from marching band was discipline.
That's deep. That's deep. And I'm sure that's helping you out in your business. Congratulations. Let's talk about the Hit
Thank you.
Distribution.
The Hit Distributors, yeah.
Studio.
The
Hit
first
Distributors, excuse me.
right now just moving out to back out to Las Vegas. I haven't been able to get my own space, so I've been offering my talents as a sound engineer to various other studios out here because I want to be able to give people something that they can use, but also that they can afford. I don't try to beat people over the head for this because everybody needs it. Everybody that's putting their voice to a microphone needs to sound good. So I don't charge all them outrageous prices. It's $100 for a full mix and master. You can send me your track outs. I'll take them and I'll send them back to you a full mixed in. So, and that's the way that I move that on my side with the Hit Distributors. Everything's online. You send me your files. I send you back a full mix and master after payment, of course. But for the other places that I work with them. I mix their music. I mix their clients' music and just try to, do as much work as I can. I love it. So I like to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how can people be in touch with you for that? Because I know it's a bunch of music artists that are following me and that'll see this replay.
You can email me at thehitdistributors@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram, of course, official Reserv Stock. That would be the best 2 places. And you can hit me with Reserv Stock on Facebook as well if you have Facebook. But Instagram would probably be the best way.
Make sure y'all tap in with him. Because y'all be emailing us, reporters and journalists, sending us these tracks that have not been mastered. And we know who's invested in their art and we know who hasn't. So get with somebody like Reserv Stock, get your music right. Okay.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
come
Yes.
holler at us.
Exactly. It makes a big difference. The master is the father of the mix. So if you sending your music over and it's not loud enough, it's not clear enough, it's not clean enough, they're not gonna take you seriously. That's just how that goes.
There it is. There it is. Let's say, hmm, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
Rich as a mother.
Speak it,
Oh,
okay?
for real though. Like I have too much going on right now. Things are moving too fast for me to stay stagnant. I do not like stagnant. Every time I get comfortable, I go back to the books. I gotta learn something new. Because as soon
Yeah.
as you get complacent, that's when you start to go down.
Yeah.
That's that peak. When you get complacent, you peak. I can't peak. I'm too young. So, in 5 years, I see myself still living here in Vegas. I'll be living in something that is going to blow your mind when you see it. I'll have a home studio. I'll have a storefront studio or a place. It doesn't even have to be at a storefront, but a standalone building where
Yeah.
people could come and physically work with me consistently whenever they're ready. You can do that now, but you have to book with me. But you'll be able to walk in and talk to me and work with me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My family will be comfortable. My wife hasn't worked in years, and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So, because I know
You,
she's comfortable at home.
where do you get your work ethic? I know you said you're inspired by some artists, but this has to be deeper than that. Like you are blowing my mind right now. You really
Oh,
got your head on straight.
I can't fail. There's no other option. I refuse to fail, and I just you gotta sit down and think about all of these ideas that are things that I want to do. They're things that I want to do, so I have to do them. And you got to look at it like, what's the bigger picture? Yeah, I mix music, but what can I do with that? I can sell that service to everybody out here that don't get their music mixed. So if I can do that, I one thing that really solidified me was Steve Harvey said, anything inch by inch, anything's a cinch. So if you can do something and make
Mm,
$10 off of it, if you do it 10 times, you done made $100. Do that 10
yeah.
times. Now you got 1,000. And if you're putting your money away and investing your money back into yourself and into your business, you got to make your money make money. I'm also into cryptocurrencies and stocks like that. Like I like to play like that.
I was gonna ask, is that why they call you Reserve Stock?
No, I started getting hip to stocks when I was a senior in high school,
Oh wow.
and I wanted to. My name is my legal name is Deve'Naire. My mother started me with having a name that meant more than just a name. So I had to
Mm,
continue that and keep that going with my stage name. So I was thinking, well, your reserve stock is what you hold. You gotta hold something. You gotta keep something in the cut. That's your prized possession. That's the cream of the crop. That's it right there. So who's better to be named the cream of the crop or the most important than reserve stock?
I know that's right. It's the cockiness for me. It's the confidence. I'm not even gonna lie. It's the confidence for me. um, let's see. What else should we know about you? Do you have any more music coming out? I know you have the current single, I Need a Blunt, so I don't want to zoom past that, but artists always, you got something up your sleeve, I'm sure. What's
Yes,
next for
yes,
you?
for sure. Working with my cousin who just started a label, I Cam. We just started a label, I Need It All Records. So I'm working with his artist and I'm working with him on his music. We sit down and we do a lot of work together. He currently just built a studio in his house. So we're there, we're working, got the music blasting, and it's that. There's also the studio that I work at, the mobile recording studio, Las Vegas. They keep me really active. They like to do stuff like, let's do a mixtape in a week. Let's do a song today. We want to make the beat and put it on iTunes today. And I'm like, man, okay, 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 okay. So there's that as well. And it's the drive. The schooling is going to take me a little farther. It's the all the different pieces. My wife always
Yeah.
tells me you can't stay still. You can't stop moving. I don't know why, but I can't. So I gotta find things to keep that energy, to put that energy into words.
As long as they keep being positive things, I'm sure your wife and the rest of the society are not mad at that, okay? You
And the
are
ones that are, thank you.
right. You are focused. You are on your grind. I love it. I love seeing Black entrepreneurship, Black ownership, Black fatherhood. I'm
Thank you.
enjoying everything that you represent right now. So salute to
I
you.
appreciate
Salute to
that.
your mama for doing a good job.
On
And
me.
salute to wifey for keeping you on your toes.
On her. For real.
Is there anything else you might want to leave us with, Reserv
Um,
Stock?
so going forward, I have a couple singles coming out. Just stay tuned to my Instagram. That's where you will see all the updates that you need. I'm consistently up there. My aunt is my manager. She is the best. She's the one that set this up for us today. So I
Hey,
really appreciate
Melody.
her. Yeah, I really appreciate her and the way that she's helping me maneuver through the system right now, because it's a lot of things that she knows that I don't know, and she makes sure I stay on top of my game. So shouts out to her. We gonna win. We can't fail.
Period. Losing is not an option.
Not an option.
Please keep going forward. Please keep grinding it out. Please keep being positive. I'm looking forward to keeping in touch with you and rooting you on.
Thank you.
So you got a new
Thank you.
fan over here. And guys, please make sure you show love. Tap his tag. It's pinned in the comments right now. Official Reserv Stock. Show love to
Boom.
him and run up the streams on I Need a Blunt, okay? Because
Definitely.
like
I
you
know you
said,
do.
cannabis
I know you
culture is
do.
popping. So
For
we might
sure.
as well get our piece of the pie.
Definitely. Yeah. Everybody need a blunt. I need one right now. So this is stuff.
I mean, I had this prepared because I didn't know if you was going to be on
You
that,
know what it
but
was.
maybe
You
next
know what
time.
it is.
I mean, before we go, can we shout
Definitely. Of course. Absolutely.
to a good interview?
Definitely. I appreciate it.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you, boss. Take care, man.
You too.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. Reserv Stock, multi-talented, multifaceted dude, Virginia's own. Make sure you show love. I Need a Blunt is streaming right now everywhere, so go run it up and tap in with this young man. If you need your music mixed and mastered, go to a professional. Go to somebody who's passionate about this and has studied it. All right, and he's not even charging that much. So check out his studio, the Hit Distributors. All right. And if you like interviews like this and you're new here, please hit the follow button. I would love to have you. And yeah, check out my online course. Put yourself on Media Academy. I'm gonna go finish the rest of. It's not a blunt. It's my papers or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this and get back to my Sunday. So y'all be good. And if you like to smoke, I got a swipe up link to Amazon to get these. So ladies, you know, we can smoke and still be cute too. Anyway, all right, bye.